is a hidden gem that I predict will grow in popularity just like Mexico City currently is. It's a beautiful colonial city that has so much to do. In this video, we'll highlight the top 10 things to do in Puebla and how to save even more money on your trip by taking advantage of free days at museums and other free activities. The center of most Mexican cities is called Zocalo, and it's a great place to start your visit, especially on a budget. The historic center of Puebla was dedicated a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1987, and the Zocalo is the very center of the historic city center. You can stroll around the central square, and you're likely to find free performances, especially on weekends and in the summer. Year-round, every Thursday night at 6 p.m., they have a free mariachi concert that is super fun and a must-see. You can also check out the IMACP, or Municipal Institute of Art and Culture of Puebla Facebook page for different free cultural events when you're visiting. After walking around the Zocalo, you have to visit the cathedral that took 74 years to build and was completed in 1640. Be sure to check the schedule since you can't visit during Mass. Hidden on a random street, the entrance looks like a subway entrance, but it's really the entrance to 500-year-old tunnels that were lost and forgotten and believed to be urban legend, until they were rediscovered and reopened in 2016. The tunnel connects to the fort of Loreto, where the Battle of Cinco de Mayo took place. They say the tunnels were used as an aqueduct and later as a way for the military to easily and secretly move from the fort to the city center. It's also believed that the clergy and even normal people use them. Most of the signage is also in English, and it only costs 30 pesos, or it's free on Tuesdays. I love sharing free days with you all since it's such an easy way to save money while traveling. Whenever possible, we try and plan paid museums around any free or discounted days. The tunnel is only one way, so you do need to get back to the city center another way. You exit the tunnels right at the Los Fuertes, a large park with 2 forts and lots of museums. Los Fuertes isn't on my top 10 list, but it's worth a visit if you have time. One of the prettiest streets in Puebla is the Callejon de los Sapos. It used to be home to frogs since the San Francisco River ran through the neighborhood, but is now home to a market and a famous bar called La Pasita. After taking pictures on the Calle de los Sapos, you can wander the market for affordable souvenirs. The market has lots of antiques, toys, books, and artisan crafts. We got a Talavera magnet for 40 pesos and an alebrije for 100 pesos. I'm not sure I've ever seen so much gold in my life. The Rosary Chapel in the Santo Domingo Temple is covered in 24-karat gold. The gold was brought from a mine in Guanajuato and now covers the altar and the walls of the chapel. I tried to find out exactly how much gold's in the church, but I can't find that information anywhere. It's free to visit, but you can pay for a guided tour if you'd like, which we clearly didn't do because I would have asked how much gold there is. So if you do and you find out, please let me know because I'm very curious. I would avoid visiting on a weekend though, since it's a popular wedding spot. It's also rated the #1 thing to do in Puebla on TripAdvisor. Churches are a great spot to visit on a budget since they're usually free. You'll see Talavera, or the colored ceramic that Puebla is famous for, all over the city, on buildings and in souvenir shops. One of the coolest experiences we've had in Puebla was visiting a Talavera factory. Uriarte Talavera is almost 200 years old and offers tours Monday through Friday. They offer tours in English and Spanish, and they're normally 80 pesos, but the tour at 11 a.m. Monday through Friday is free, perfect for budget travelers. Just make sure you call or email ahead of time to make a reservation and confirm availability, since sometimes they have other events going on. If you like to save money while traveling, be sure to subscribe, as I love sharing the best free activities all around the world. Puebla is well known for its unique cuisine like chalupas, semitas, chile en nogada, and mole. The perfect place to eat in Puebla when on a budget is Tacos Bagdad. Tacos Bagdad sells tacos al pastor and tacos árabes. Tacos al pastor are a favorite throughout Mexico, but tacos árabes aren't as well known. Both were created by Lebanese immigrants in Puebla and are cooked on a spit or trompo. But tacos árabes don't use the same seasonings that give tacos al pastor that bright red color. They're also served on a delicious pita-like bread with a not spicy chipotle salsa. They also have tacos orientales, which are served on a flour tortilla. Tacos orientales are smaller and cost 15 pesos, and tacos árabes are larger and cost 30 pesos. They have lots of different specials and promotions you can take advantage of, like Friday's buy one get one free tacos orientales. We got 10 tacos for 75 pesos, or just around $4. And they taste delicious. You will love them, I promise. While Cholula isn't in Puebla City, it's nearby and commonly listed as one of the top things to do in the area, and I agree. You can get there by car, Uber, public transportation, or tour. The pyramid is actually the largest pyramid in the world. The base is bigger than the pyramids in Egypt, but the pyramids in Egypt are taller. Unfortunately, it is covered, so you can't see all of it. However, you can go inside the pyramid. There are tunnels you can walk through, which is pretty cool. Entrance to the pyramid and the museum is 85 pesos. It is a city with a sad story though. In 1519, Cholula was an important part of the Aztec Empire and had a population of around 100,000. Cortés and a neighboring tribe, who were not Aztec, stopped on their way to what is now Mexico City and eventually massacred thousands of people. When Cortés arrived, he was surprised at how many temples there were. It was Spanish custom to cover any temples with the Catholic Church. The main pyramid now has the bright yellow Shrine of the Virgin de los Remedios on top, and it's free to visit. It's said that Cholula has 365 churches, one for every day of the year, but that is a slight exaggeration. The Biblioteca Palafoxiana is the oldest public library in the Americas. It's named after Bishop Palafox, who donated 5,000 books from his personal collection to create the library and got permission for it to be public as well, at least to anyone who could read or write. Now there are 45,000 books, and they don't have enough space for all of them. Some of the shelves are empty since the weight of the books was causing the upper level to sink. Entrance is 45 pesos or free on Sundays and Tuesdays. Don't forget to take advantage of those free days. You can also get a tour in English or Spanish, and that is donation-based. It is a small space, and there's not a lot of information to read, so I would recommend a tour. My personal favorite spot in Puebla is the Parian Market. If you speak Spanish, you may not recognize the word Parian, and that's because it's actually Tagalog, and it means market. So yes, Parian Market is actually market. This market has artisan crafts and traditional sweets, and has been in the same spot since 1796. It's the perfect spot to buy some Talavera or just admire all the beautiful art. The Museo Amparo is a must-see when in Puebla. This museum was founded in 1991 with the purpose of conserving pre-Hispanic, virreinal, modern, and contemporary art from Mexico. That covers a lot of different types of art, so there's sure to be something for everyone here. Personally, I love the pre-Hispanic art, but there are some must-see pieces by Diego Rivera in the 20th century section as well. They also offer free workshops on weekends in the library, so be sure to check that out. And the third floor has a rooftop cafe with a great view of the cathedral. Entrance is only 85 pesos, or it's free on Sundays. Plus, it's free if you're a student, so don't forget your ID. If you are a student, always bring your ID and ask for any student discounts because so many museums and places offer discounts for students. If you were to do all 10 of these activities, not including food and transportation and any souvenir purchases, although those are generally affordable as well. It would only be 325 pesos or around $20 per person. But if you took advantage of free days, you would only pay 85 pesos or about $5 for the Pyramid of Cholula, which is definitely worth it. I'd recommend 3 days to really see everything Puebla has to offer, and Sunday through Tuesday would be the best days to take advantage of those free days. Keep in mind the museums will be closed on Mondays though, so Monday is best for visiting churches and artisan markets. Here's my recommended schedule to fit everything in and then take advantage of those free days. I know that traveling to a not as touristy, at least for Americans, spot can be intimidating, especially if you don't speak Spanish. Puebla is very safe, but if you have any questions, I'm happy to help. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.